just right.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the.
Oh, that was cool. When I did that, the headphone kicked in on the other side.
Did it?
Yeah. So that's what's up. That's what's up.
How you doing, everybody?
I am great. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Monday night. You'll probably hear this on Tuesday, but
Tuesday morning. So hopefully, when
maybe
they
got a surprise
when they
tonight
tune
for
in
Raw.
tomorrow, exactly. Hopefully, we get some kind of answer to what's going on with this bunny rabbit.
The White Rabbits. So at the end of SmackDown,
I think this is my favorite thing I've heard.
In front of everybody's car on like the windshield wipers, and had the coordinate. It was just the White Rabbit, and had the coordinates to where Raw is tonight. So,
which is where? Where is Raw tonight?
I want to say San Antonio. I could be wrong though.
I was gonna say I'm gonna look it up. We're Raw September 26th. I did see that it was the coordinates to the show. Of course, it's just gonna tell me where it's at.
It's got to be Bray, right? Who else could it be?
It's got to be. But I wanted to get into it. What do you think about the theory going around that it's the whole Firefly Funhouse is all these new characters that are coming back? Where you get Husky Harris. Now, what's his name? The pig. Was his name Huskus? That was his name. Where Huskus is Braun. The White Rabbit is Killer Cross. The Mama Abby, or whatever, the witch face doll. Really? That's Scarlet. And then Mercy the Buzzard is Dexter Lumis. Like, I don't know.
That's dude. If that happens, that's a badass stable. Sorry, but
dude,
my hand in front of the camera to blur out my whole face on the video.
That's like, I don't know what do you do with that stable though? Because the only person that doesn't really you could look at him and be like, they don't really need gold, is Dexter Lumis. You could put a mid-card title on him, but
he could thrive on his own.
Bray Wyatt deserves a heavyweight title. Braun Strowman. You can't put an intercontinental title on Braun Strowman. I guess you could. I guess you could, because he could go up against Walter. I really want Sheamus to win, though, because
taking that title.
Yeah, exactly. I really want Sheamus to win. That'll complete his trophy case too. So that'll be Sheamus has got some freaking accolades, man. If you really think about it.
He's a future Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Cannot deny that. Sheamus is a future Hall of Famer.
I would agree.
I can see Braun with the U.S. title.
That's all this stuff's like, where's Raw being held? And then it tells me that it's in Brooklyn on October 10th, 1997. Like,
can you put the Intercontinental Champion on Cross?
Oh, yeah. You could definitely put the Intercontinental, but could you we've never really seen Scarlett wrestle. Is she really a wrestler? Because I don't think
Cross and Braun a tag team take over the tag titles.
If anything out of the tag team, though, I would put Cross and Lumis together as a tag team. Yeah. Because they're both kind of wild cardy. You know what I'm saying? Like, wild card, motherfucker.
That wouldn't be bad.
Real quick, I'm gonna jump away from the wrestling real quick and just throw out a congratulations to the Cleveland Guardians on clinching the AL Central, baby. We are the champs. We are headed to the playoffs.
Youngest team in MLB history.
The youngest team in MLB history. Some of them weren't even old enough to drink champagne. So congratulations to the Guardians. That's right. I said the Guardians. I was getting trash talked on my status.
They pulled it off.
I was getting trash talked on my status. Oh, probably not.
You probably made a kill.
Oh yeah.
They were
because they weren't. Yeah, we weren't favored at all. My favorite. I guess we wouldn't call him a prospect because he's on the team, but my favorite young player on this team is Tristan McKenzie, the 6'6" pitcher who looks like a damn string bean out there throwing heat.
He's good.
So congratulations to the Guardians. Back to the wrestling. I just wanted to throw that in there because I'm really proud of the Guardians this year. I went to the first game. I'm trying to go to the first playoff games. If I went to the first game of the season, I got opening day Guardians ball. if I can go to the first playoff game and get a playoff ball,
Cool.
I'm set for the year.
I'm gonna go check while we're I'm gonna see if there's any updates on Raw tonight as far as the card, what we're expecting.
Yeah, like everything I pull up, I looked up Raw and it's like, where's it at? And it's like, this is from August 30th, bro. What's today? Today is the 26th. It's in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. That is where Raw is at tonight. And so it's at Rogers Place. So all these flyers that they apparently put on everybody's cars around the arena had coordinates to the Edmonton's, Alberta, Canada location for tonight.
We got Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio.
Excellent.
Bianca Belair versus Io Sky.
For the title or no?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
No. AJ Styles versus Honorary Uce. Sami Zayn.
That's my boy.
That segment was pure gold.
Oh, no. See, I'm looking at it too. Go ahead. I'm going to wait for you to pop up to it because it's going to come.
Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano versus
Dream
Alpha
team.
Academy.
Dream team right there, baby. That's an AIW hometown dream team. So let's go ahead and talk about him. Let's talk about one of those.
Challenge for the titles, tag titles.
I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it. That's especially after Kevin Owens cut that promo against Austin Theory, where he was like, "You're spoon-fed bullshit." He was like, "Me and Johnny Gargano grew up this way. We're wrestlers. You're not." I
can almost put money on this that Theory will interfere with this somehow, some way.
Oh, into this match, definitely. But let's talk about one of these participants.
So it's as of right now, Raw starts like 3 minutes here.
Yeah, it is 7:57. But let's talk about one of the participants. Hold on. You're moving too fast for me now. Let's talk about one of the participants in this tag team matchup. So for the people who aren't friends with you on the social medias and they didn't see what happened on Thursday night, why don't you go ahead and tell the people what happened to you Thursday night, my guy? Go Browns, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I was at the Browns game and if you guys know me, I have a personalized Browns championship belt molded after the AEW tag team titles.
It's beautiful belt.
Really custom made for the Browns. Been taking to the games for about 2 years now. And I got Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs and Darius Garland.
The whole starting lineup was there.
They requested it. And I was like, hell yeah. They held it up. They took pictures, signed it for me, which is amazing. And then like shortly thereafter, I see on the Jumbotron, there's Johnny, Indy, and
Candice LeRae.
Sitting there like 20 feet from
you saw him on the Jumbotron and you were like, oh, that's cool. They're here.
Right there.
And like, they're literally right next to you. They're five chairs away from you, Dean. So you passed the belt down to Johnny. Is that how this went down? Like, tell me the story.
Yeah,
when you called me, it was your mom calling me because you were drunk.
I was drunk.
That's all right. The Browns won. You're allowed to be drunk.
Let's be honest. It's the Browns Steelers game
on Thursday night, prime time.
I got pretty drunk.
So you like passed it down.
Yeah, I was trying to get their attention, and they did, and they grabbed it, held it up.
And you got pictures.
And I was like, sign it, please, please, please. All three of them signed it. It's awesome.
That's what's up.
I just stood there like,
oh yeah, dude. Yeah, when your mom called me, she was like, he can't even speak right now. He's just in awe. And I totally get it. And what's even crazier is like it's freaking awesome that Johnny and Candace signed the belt and Indy signed it and Donovan and all this signed it. My favorite picture of the belt is John Johnson in the tunnel holding the belt like, let's go. That picture is so nasty, dude.
He was hype holding that up.
Yeah, that picture is so nasty. Like, this is probably one of my favorite pictures on a night where you probably got incredible pictures. You had, who was it? Darius Garland holding it up like this.
Yeah, dude.
It looked cool as hell. But John Johnson holding that, just standing in front, leading the dog pound out, holding that title looked awesome.
Yeah, it did.
So I'm excited for you. That's really cool, man.
Go Brownies.
We need to get to the game. Yeah, we should be 3-0 right now. And I hate that people are putting it on Nick Chubb. They're like, if he wouldn't have scored, blah, blah, blah. Man, come on, dude. This is bad game management. We should be 3-0. but that's okay. We're
We'll
2
talk
and
about
1.
that more on the Brown and Orange.
They're going to talk about that on the Browns show on Believe Land Media, but you already know I got my Browns hoodie on. We're
trying to get on there sometime.
Oh yeah, I'll jump on sometime. It's you guys do it after you guys record after us, right? So I'd have to go to work and jump on through the phone Zoom, but it can be done. We'll schedule something up.
We'll make it work.
But then, and then the last match that we actually have slated for tonight on Raw is Matt Riddle going against Damian Priest and Judgment Day in his corner. How do you feel about Dominic? Do you feel like this is going to evolve his character a little more? Like maybe make him, do you feel better way to word the question? Do you feel like him being under Rey Mysterio, like being his father's tag team partner, do you feel like that was stunting his growth a little bit? Like, I know his dad's one of the greatest ever, but like, I know from personal experience, when I coach my kid's softball team, it's hard for me to coach my kid because she's like, you're my dad. Mm-hmm. You're not coaching me. You're being dad right now. And it's hard to get that differential. So maybe it was the same thing. Yeah.
You got to separate the two.
So maybe him being underneath Finn Balor, Damian Priest.
He needed it. I mean, he needed to branch off on his own. I guess, yeah.
I don't know what he wants to be. It's like he wants to be a submissive, but then he wants to be a dominant too. Like he called Rhea mommy the other day, and then she's been calling herself Poppy. Like, make up your mind.
Which one is it?
But Raw last week is pretty good. I watched everything last week. I was a little disappointed in myself because I got behind. So I got behind it last week and I watched everything. Still going back to the main show, or which show I thought was the best was AEW actually killed it again this week. I can't be met.
Danielson tore it down.
Mox and Danielson tore it down. That was phenomenal. But in my opinion, the biggest thing that happened was Chris Jericho taking the Ring of Honor title away from Claudio Castillo.
You said this. I've had a busy.
It was the first match of the night.
You told me this right before we started. I'm like, what?
He refused to shake hands for the Code of Honor at the beginning of the match. He won. He grabbed the baseball bat. Tried to introduce Floyd into the match. Ref took Floyd away. Chris Jericho low blowed him and then hit him with the Judas effect. He won the Ring of Honor title by unhonorable efforts. He won the Ring of Honor title like a bad guy, like Chris Jericho.
So what happens now?
Blackpool Combat Club lost the title.
No, but
I mean, I don't know. We're going to see Jericho Appreciation Society.
I'm just trying to see what Jericho holding a Ring of Honor title is doing. Except for,
dude, it's so weird because I get it
to his long list about
I mean, yeah, that's about it. Because I was just about to say, I understand that Chris Jericho is a legend, living legend in the wrestling ring, but he's 50 something years old, dude. Like he doesn't need to be the world champion, especially of Ring of Honor, which is a more younger company. And since Ring of Honor has been introduced into AEW. We've probably only got 4 or 5 of them. Like we didn't get nobody cool. Like where's Dalton Castle and the boys? Where's I don't know. Another thing.
Joe back, though.
You said what now?
Got Samoa Joe back though.
We did get Samoa Joe back. He showed back up. Another tag team match or another title match that changed hands. Finally, should have happened at the pay-per-view. The Acclaimed Scissor Me Daddy Ass have won the tag team titles finally.
Yeah, dude.
Finally.
Man, they got such a huge pop, and I was so happy for them.
Finally. I'm super proud of both of them. They're great wrestlers. They're great on the mic. Anthony Bowens sells. Like he knows he's not the best. He knows he's not the better wrestler of the two. And he sells.
Openly gay champion.
He is. He is the first openly gay champion.
Congratulations, man.
It might be AEW champion because did Darren Young held the title, right? Primetime Players? Him and Titus O'Neil, were they tag team champions in NXT? Or does that not count because maybe he hadn't outed and came out of the closet yet? Because I know he was an openly gay wrestler as well.
That's a good question.
So I'm not sure. But congratulations to the Acclaimed, Max Caster, Anthony Bowen. It's
well overdue, and you guys are over as hell.
And Keith Lee, I wanted to say this too. Keith Lee, I don't know how to put this nicely, I guess. He looked like a busted ass old black dude. Like, he looked unshaven. He looked unkempt. Like, he did not want to even be there. He was like, why the fuck I got to come to work today? That's what he looked like. His looked like he needed a haircut. He just looked frazzled, man. Like, and then he looked disappointed. Tad, that's one of the main things that I've pointed out after 3 or 4 times reading recaps, different recaps. Every one of them made sure to note that Taz said he looked disappointed after match. But in my opinion, Keith Lee looked like he didn't want to be there.
Do you see a request for release coming soon?
Maybe. With everything that's been going on, I could see it. And look, let's jump into this because I heard this rumor and you said you did not. And I don't know how 100% truthful it is, so we can't take me on my word. Bobby Fish has been released by AEW. All right.
Okay.
Apparently, while he was still with the company, he was trying to recruit people to go back to WWE. What the speculation, I guess, was
so he's like a spy.
That Triple H had sent him or called him or texted him and said, hey, you guys want to come back? Basically. Again, I have no facts about this or proof. I read it on the interwebs. So it's everything on the interwebs, you know.
Everything's up in the air with Adam Cole too.
But okay, so here, from what I've heard, Adam Cole is the one who snitched on Bobby Fish. Like, hey, Tony, this motherfucker is trying to get us to. Yeah. So then Bobby Fish, I guess, called Triple H when they found out they, released Bobby Fish. And then I guess apparently Bobby Fish called Triple H and was like, yo, they found out they released me. And Triple H was basically like, well, you didn't get the job done. I'm not hiring you either. So Bobby Fish is now signed with Impact Wrestling.
Damn.
Like, I don't know what to think about this whole, like, it's like some insider trading NFL type shit, some before the season tampering. Like, what the hell's going on?
That's wild.
But tell me.
I can't lie. I got a little hype thinking about what if the Undisputed Era theme song hits and all over back. And I'm like,
it's crazy. Well, Buddy Matthews also has requested, I don't know if he's requested a release, but he has requested time away. He said the same thing. He dropped it about Aleister Black. Here, let me look it up. What he said, Buddy Matthews.
What he need for?
Buddy Matthews is taking time away. Here we go. It's hard to tell. Is Buddy one of them? He cut a promo after his Fight Life Pro Wrestling match on Saturday that sounded a lot like Malachi's from the weekend before. Matthews even referenced Black in their on-screen group saying, unfortunately, I, like some of the other members, need to go away for a while. I need to recalibrate and I need to figure some things out. As my brother Malachi once said, this isn't goodbye. This is see you later. Does Malachi Black go back to AEW or to WWE? Does Buddy Matthews go with him? Like,
the best kept secret's back.
I don't know, dude. What's going on with this? With all this stuff? Like,
So hear me out. If this is the case, Black's gone, Murphy's gone for a while.
Buddy, on the 26th, which is this morning. This is this morning. Apparently today's Buddy Matthews' birthday. So happy birthday, Buddy Matthews.
Happy birthday.
Today's his 34th birthday. And apparently this morning, AEW they tweeted this morning, happy birthday. And they even hashtagged him AEW star Buddy Matthews. So, it says at least TK or at least his social media team thinks the wrestler is sticking around. They made a point to refer to him as AEW star on Twitter while wishing him well on his birthday this morning. So who knows? It's also,
this is the perfect time to introduce.
We're just here to tell you all the rumors that we hear so that you don't have to go looking for them and you can listen to them in one place. And if you find one that piques your interest, like some of these are crazy.
The perfect time to introduce Brody to the Dark Order, please.
As the leader Could you make a new leader, or do you think people would be unappreciative of it
turn
and join the House of Black and have Brody King as the leader
and just be brutal?
Could you imagine Evil Uno as like a kind of person instead of the way he is?
I would love an Evil Uno heel turn as well. I think he needs to. I want to see the Dark Order be serious and vicious one time. I think that'd be a good look for them.
Some other things that happened on AEW. We had Pac and Orange Cassidy put on a banger of the match for the All Atlantic Championship. I mean, it was probably the best match of the night in my opinion. But people give Orange Cassidy shit.
Orange Cassidy,
dude, I was just about to say the same thing. People give Orange Cassidy shit because of the nonchalance gimmick, and he murders it, dude. He's so good. He didn't win, unfortunately, but he pocketed him with the ring hammer. Like he picked, like they went over by the table and they were wrestling, and Pac kind of grabbed it and like he had him in a headlock and kind of like hit it so the ref didn't see it, and then he put the hammer down, and then he threw him in the ring. Game over. There was a fatal four-way match. Fatal four-way match for the interim women's title. Everybody. It was Toni Storm, Serena Deeb, Athena, and Dr. Britt Baker. It was a pretty solid match. Toni retained.
Yeah. What happened after that, though? After the
match, Britt Baker got busted. She was busted up. Jamie Hayter comes to the ring, and we're all like, oh, snap, she's about to help Toni Storm. We don't know. And she attacks Athena. Baker curb stomped Athena. Music hits. Whose music is this? We don't know. It's new music. Who walks to the ring? Freaking Saraya, dude, a.k.a. Paige, formerly known as Paige. Not even a.k.a. anymore. It's formerly F.K.A. Saraya.
Do you hear any rumors of this at all?
No, not one bit.
They did a good job keeping this.
And they did a great job. Saraya got to the ring. She pulled in Athena. Toni Storm, they gave a big hug. They're all, of course, friends from NXT. Saraya is all elite.
It's crazy, bro.
And then the Grand Slam tournament of the champions final match. 2 Blackpool Combat Club members going one-on-one for the most coveted prize in AEW. It was a banger of a match.
It did not disappoint.
I 100% wanted Daniel Bryan to win, or Bryan Danielson to win. It was a crazy match. Like they went about 20, 25 minutes, man. It was good. And the result is we have the first ever 3-time AEW champion, Jon Moxley.
Do you agree with this decision?
No. But again, do you think maybe they thought as a creative that you and I casual fans would have thought, if you put it on Danielson, does it create a little rift in the Combat Club? Because Bryan Danielson really didn't have an issue when Moxley was the champ before. You know what I'm saying? So, but then if they put it on Danielson this time, does Moxley like, what the hell, you know? And then that kind of creates a rift. So I think putting it on Moxley kind of just signifies, I guess, that Regal is the Paul Heyman of this group. Jon Moxley's the Roman Reigns. He's the leader. And, you know, I mean, that's the way I'm seeing it, that he's just the leader. And that's all. I'm okay with it. Bryan Danielson doesn't need a title. You give me ferocious, kick you in the face, Bryan Danielson, and I'm okay with he doesn't need a belt.
I agree with that 100%.
Jade Cargill recruited Trina to be a new baddie. Okay, so if you don't know who Trina is, she's a rapper from the 90s. Does AEW have too many not wrestlers showing up? Like Action Bronson came in and beat somebody up for Hook last week.
Yeah, I feel like they're overdoing it.
A little bit. It's cool.
It's nice seeing them, but like,
I don't think they need to be involved as much.
No.
Like throw them in the back. Like they had Action Bronson in there throwing people around, holding up titles and shit.
Yeah, if they're not going to be there for a while, don't put them in a storyline. It's just
let's go to
just my personal opinion.
We had Grand Slam Rampage, which I didn't actually get to watch. It was my weekend with my kid. There was a no DQ match: Darby Allin and Sting versus Brody King and Buddy Matthews. After the match, Buddy Matthews propped Sting up. He was about to beat up Sting with his baseball bat. the lights went out and the Great Muta appeared. Him and Sting have been around together forever. Sting, Scorpion, Death Drop. Him and Darby get the win. But again, the big moment was Great Muta showing up in AEW, hitting him with the mist. Like the Great Muta is where Tajiri learned the mist. That's where, everybody took it from the Great Muta. So
it was nice seeing him out there. I don't know.
And then speaking of Action Bronson, we had a tag team match.
Lose his mind.
We had a tag team match. Angelo Parker and Matt Menard from the Jericho Appreciation Society took on Hook and Action Bronson.
How'd that go?
Actually, Bronson put the red rum, with AKA the Taz Mission, on Menard, and they won via tap out.
That's dope, actually.
So, yeah. You had Ring of Honor, you had Wardlow and Samoa Joe team up against Josh Woods and Tony Nese, which, again, like, they're just putting Wardlow, like they gave Wardlow this title and then they've given him no kind of challenge.
Yeah, that little his level over that he was at was kind of like dwindling now. That fire's going out.
Yeah.
So opinion. This is running stale at this
and
point.
then the main event, I'd call it the co-main event. I'd call it the co-main event because it went hard. I watched highlights of this match because he's probably one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW. Jungle Boy Jack Perry, 1-on-1 with Rey Fenix. Great match, of course. I mean, what else would you expect from these two dudes?
Yeah. Honestly.
Jungle Boy countered a black fire driver and pinned Rey Fenix. Little roll up win, signature win. After the match, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come out. Luchasaurus smashed Jack Perry again. Like,
he gonna turn again?
I don't know. He's already a bad guy. He ordered Luchasaurus chokeslammed him as ordered by Christian Cage. So it's like Luchasaurus is under some kind of spell. And then the other co-main event was Jade Cargill versus Diamante with Trina. And after the match, Trina smacks Diamante and aligned herself with the baddies. So whatever.
Trina? It's official?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the big main event. Oh, well, there's more main. Oh, I didn't see them. I didn't see that they had. Oh, it's because it was a lights out match. Again, I didn't watch Rampage. I thought the main event was the Battle Royal. So they have a golden ticket Battle Royal. Winner gets a title shot. And Hangman Page and Roosh, were the final two. Hangman eliminated Roosh, and Hangman Adam Page is your number one contender for Jon Moxley's title.
I like it.
You had Powerhouse Ricky Starks and a Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks in a lights out match. So again, that's an unsanctioned anything goes type of beat down style match. We got some bad blood between these guys already. Ricky Starks pulled him out.
I hope this is the beginning of a big push for Ricky Starks because
gave him the Rochambeau, baby.
I can see big things happening if they push him properly. Ricky
Agreed.
Starks he could be a main eventer, I think.
Oh yeah. A couple other things I want to jump into. We got some local stuff to talk about.
Trying to keep up and see if there's any updates with the White Rabbit.
Oh, okay. Well, you let us know. I know that Mega has a show coming up October 8th. Not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. And your boy will be in attendance. I got a couple buddies coming with me. We're going to sit front row and watch a couple matches because my boy Ashton Day, which is funny now, he shaved his beard and his hair. Did you see this?
I did see that.
Okay, so he looks completely different. He looks great. Looks completely different.
I haven't seen a picture yet.
Oh, I'll show you a picture. It looks completely different. Going one-on-one against the Bullet Club's own Chase Owens for the Mega title.
It's going to be a banger.
Another big match that I'm excited about is the trip. We have a six-person tag team match, 6-man tag team match that involves Gangrel. I'm looking. They don't have the card. Here we go. Bam.
No, let me know if he comes out to the Bird, man.
I hope he does. RJ Jonesy versus Skyler. Baby Lotion and Steampunk Misery versus the Party Posse. Tyreek Kalam and versus Big Mo for the Infinity title. Bryson Teller versus TIM. And then here it is. You got Sean Blaze Sean Blaze, Mr. Crummels, and Gangrel versus Sebastian LaShawn, Pastor CeeLo, and my boy Butchie B. You got Don Tavio versus Lenny Sandemus for the Fighting Spirit title. You got Paxton Calloway versus Mike Michaels. I mean, so far it looks like it's going to be a banger of a show. We got an early start time. It starts at 5:00.
Damn.
Or the doors open at 5:00. Doors open at 4:30. That's right. Doors open at 4:30. The show is 5:00. So we don't have, and another good big event we have coming up, my favorite event of the year, OCW DBi 10.
10, baby.
We don't have a date on it yet. As soon as we do get a date, we will let everybody know. We don't have any matches yet. Again, as soon as we do, we will let everybody know. We do know one thing. There will be a DBi Rumble. There will be a new number one contender. And I told you last week who my pick to be that new number one contender is. Sticking with it again this week. I'll say it every week, and I'll manifest this just like I did last year. Lord Thomas the Brute, baby.
Yeah. Lord
Thomas the Brute will be your new number one contender. Just wait.
I think so too.
That's who I'm picking, man. And then like I said last week, if it is, that's going to be the hardest match that I've ever had to film ringside, because that's when I want to watch. Like, that's when I want to watch. And so to get the spots, and it's hard because I found myself doing that in certain matches sometimes too. Like, I'm just holding camera and I'm looking, and then I end up like this, and I'm like, yeah. And I just lose myself in it because I'm a wrestling fan. So
we'll keep you posted as we get more announcements for that. It's coming up soon, though. It's going to be a great time. You aren't going to want to miss that. You got anything else, man?
I don't have anything else. I want to say thank you for this sweet Pokemon card you gave me. Look at that. Where's that? Oh, come on. Can't see it. Come on. There it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything.
We collect Pokemon cards, so
I'm a big Pokemon card fan. So yeah, we're nerding out this year. We're nerding out. And for any of my festival friends, if you want to meet me in the woods this weekend, I will be at the Quarry at Nelson Ledges Quarry Park, seeing Bumpin' Uglies and Quasi Kings and Wanya. It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be a good time.
So yeah, I got nothing else. We'll see everybody next week.
Yeah, thanks for our sponsors. Go follow Believe in Media. Go to believeинmediallc.com. Check out everything. Our articles, multiple shows. We got the Guardians, who just won AL Central Division title. Woo! We got all things Cavaliers. We got a little bit. Got the brown and orange for the Brownies. We got everything for you. High school sports, you name it. Head on over there.
Who do we got this week? The Falcons. We got the Falcons. Are we at home? We're not at home, are we? No, we are away this week at the Falcons. We are at Atlanta this next coming Sunday. So go Brownies.
Go Brownies. We'll see you guys next week.
Be good to each other.
Peace.